Project Liberty has submitted what they're calling the people's bid for TikTok. It's a formal proposal to ByteDance to acquire TikTok's U.S. assets. Part of the Project Liberty team working to try and save the social media app is Kevin O'Leary, O'Leary Ventures chairman, and he joins me now. Kevin, it is great to see you. Big day, historic day. Supreme Court okays that TikTok shutdown. Kevin, first and foremost, your reaction, your response to that decision.
Well, I've read the opinion. I've also read the order from Congress. What's definitive today, which was rumored to be a possibility yesterday that won't be, is the idea of forking the code. In other words, can anybody buy it with the algorithm, get a copy of the algorithm, strip out the spyware, and operate it on an ongoing basis? The answer is no. The justices, in a 9-0 decision, that's what I call definitive, made it clear in the bottom of page 5 and 6 in their opinion. That's not going to happen. And so if you're going to buy it, whoever you are, and we're certainly interested in buying it, we've already submitted a formal bid. We've made it clear that we're not buying the algorithm, basically because we're not permitted to. And so now it's not really our decision at this point. These are the issues going through. We're waiting to see what Xi does in China, what he wants to do. Does he want to shut it down, or does he want to sell it, keep it open? What are the options? But it's getting more narrow, and the hours are going away pretty quickly.
Kevin, from what I understand, you actually went to Mar-a-Lago. You met with President-elect Trump. You made the case about why you're the guy to buy TikTok. What was the case, Kevin? What arguments did you make, and was he receptive?
He asked me, why should I care about TikTok? And I think it was a rhetorical question. He knows about TikTok. And I explained to him what I care about the most are the 6+ million entrepreneurs that make a living. You just had 2 of them on, that actually make a living and support their families with TikTok. Those are my people. Those are 2 generations of Shark Tankers, as I call them. They all know me. I'd like to think they trust me. And what was so important to me on this, and he understands this, is that I want to offer equity crowdfunding. They join me in the deal. Whatever price I'm getting it at, they get the same. And so I've got the first tranche worked out with the Jobs Act. This was complicated to do it. If you're interested and you want to learn more and express your interest in how much you want to invest, because the probability of something happening is getting greater every hour, just go to wonderfultiktok.com and have a look at it. And you decide what you want to do. But if you're on TikTok and you want to be my partner in it, look at that. I feel that's important because we have to create an environment where people feel safe about their data. And after all, what's holding back TikTok? It's a great platform. It's got 170 million. Why doesn't it have 220 million? Because so many people will not put it on their phone for concerns already detailed and now discussed and reviewed and decided on by the Supreme Court. And so if that's the case, let's fix it. And let's move on. I do not want to see this down for 1 second. That hurts my companies and millions of others.
Kevin, how much are you and your group willing to pay for TikTok? And if you do buy it, what exactly are you buying?
So we've put out an indication of what we think it's worth, around 20 billion. We've offered an LOI. The LOI is important because it gives either president the option, included in the order, the option to extend for 90 days while these 2 parties negotiate in good faith. And we hope that's the direction they're going to take, so it doesn't have to be taken down. You know, what's most important is to add features that we know users want. And one of those, as you just heard it again from one of those creators, is I believe that I'm concerned about the privacy of my data. But if you control your own data, I'll give you an example. I'm a huge watch collector. I wear 2 watches. By the way, this is the new boyfriend from Chanel. There's only one of these in the world. Not that I want to get distracted, but it's the second time it's been on television. I just got it today. I love this kind of stuff. But anyways, the idea is that because I love watches that much, I want every piece of content watches have on TikTok. I want to see it. I want that information. I want the ads. I want the information from the brands because that's what I love. And so if I'm willing to give up my data to them and the platform is profiting from that, why can't I wet my beak? Why can't I get a little payback? I love that idea for my TikTokers and for my companies. I think we can incorporate that. We also think it would be great if it was interoperable. So if you're posting on X and you just click here to populate TikTok, we'll do that for you. You reach another 170 million people. Adding features keeps users happy, and we just have to listen to them as we go through the transition. But the best part is the equity crowdfunding. I think you're going to be a lot of interest in creators, and I'm happy to have them as my partners.
Kevin, let's say you buy TikTok. You now have this revamped American version, but you'd be going head to head with some big companies with smart engineers and some of the deepest pockets out there. I mean, Meta and Alphabet, Snap, and those are just the big players. What would be your competitive advantages in that space?
170 million users. That's my competitive advantage, but it gets better. When we solve this problem for parents and for companies and for the government, which will not use this product, when we solve it, we'll immediately increase our base, but it gets better. Frank and I are going to fly over to India and meet with Modi and say, listen, why don't we light up those 210 million users you turned off in 2020? Same with Switzerland, France, Germany, England, Canada. Why not create the world's largest television network that's based on freedom of speech and democracy? Who doesn't want to do that? That's really what Frank and I are doing here with Project Liberty. We've got a big plan here, and it starts with saving TikTok, but we don't stop there. We grow this much bigger, and we think we can. It's a fantastic idea, but it solves the basic problem. We've failed users in America with all social media. They don't trust where their data goes. I don't care, not just TikTok, all of them. They're always wondering, where's my data? Where's my data? Who's got control of my data? Well, we're going to solve that.
ByteDance, how real do you think this threat is, that ByteDance turn off the lights, Kevin, and TikTok just goes dark? Do you think that's real, or do you think that's just a bluff?
No, I think it's real. That could happen. I don't know what's on Xi's mind, but my sense of that call, the same reporting you gave about Trump talking to Xi, there's a level of cooperation here. I think, frankly, if Xi turned off TikTok, it would really piss Trump off. That's what I think. And I don't think that's a good guy to piss off. That's my point.
Kevin, next time I'm wearing 2 watches. I can't be upstage like that. And I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Take care.